This is Nikki Bell. Let's go. So I'm out here on my Saturday walk. You guys all know that I am a strategic advisor to investors and innovation. It's my heart and my soul. But so is being out here in nature. And I don't plan these things. You know, maybe some Saturdays I go on a walk, maybe not. But I stay healthy and I exercise daily. And so I just wanted to share like a thought, right? There's been so many like acts of kindness. Like today I had a conversation with someone who was homeless, and it was a conversation about encouragement and inspiration from him to me. And I just heard something moving. Yeah, what is that? Is that? Oh, looks like a squirrel. Maybe a squirrel, I don't know. So if you see here, like, I don't know what this is, some kind of a swamp, but beyond that is the river. You can see like a boat way out there. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, the little thing has like a long tail. So I'm good with nature as long as I don't see some stuff that I shouldn't be seeing. So, you know, I've been meeting people. Yesterday I was like at the gas station, and this guy just like handed me a water. I think he worked there. Handed me a water. He goes, "For you, it's free." And I thought, oh my goodness, because it was so hot yesterday. And I thought, that is so sweet, you know. And I said, thank you, like profusely, like thank you so much. And, you know, as I'm pumping my gas, I'm drinking the water, just getting that, feeling that refreshment, you know. So when I'm out here in nature, it's an amazing, okay, now we got the birds talking to us. They want to be on the video too. When I'm out here in nature, it's a way to elevate your consciousness. So when I talk about innovation, I think about innovation. It's not just, is the project innovative? Is what you're doing innovative? Or when I talk to innovators, you know, it's not just about that word. It's about so much more. Sometimes it's the numbers, sometimes it's operations, sometimes it's the organization themselves, sometimes it's people being able to work in harmony, right? And then when I look at my investors, it's the same thing. Like, do you even think in terms of innovation? Do you even know what that looks like? What does that look like to you? So I'm still doing the boots on the ground. I'll be doing something tomorrow, boots on the ground. And I think I'm really liking the random part of it. Just randomly, you know, talking to people, asking questions. But there's another component to what I do, which is the health part, which is the wealth part. Your spiritual health is your spiritual wealth, right? Health and wealth are the same thing, and they both come from within. So if you're not thinking in terms of being healthy, in terms of mastering your mind, right? In terms of living consciously, because the subconscious will come in and tell you what you cannot do and say, oh, you can't do that. And then you have to override that, right? You have to have tools and practices in place that you use to override that. And that's really, really important. And so when that's going on, you have to live consciously, you know? You have to be at the forefront of everything that's going on in your mind, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're putting out to the universe. And so yesterday was about, hey, look, you might have some toxic situations going on that you have getting rid of in your life, I feel was the message. And this is for anybody. But really, your innate self, that is your deep, deep, deep level self, is very pronounced and profound, which is you are a nice person. You are a good person. You deserve good things. So here's a bottle of water. Here's a conversation with someone, because your heart is open. You're not judging that person for being homeless and on the street. The conversation had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with encouraging each other. And that's what the universe is saying. When you are in nature, you can, and you master being in nature, you can see these things in your everyday life. You become almost accustomed to it without taking it for granted or taking advantage of it. And it's an expectation, like law of expectation, that we need to have, and just assume that because you are a good person, you are doing good things, that good things will come to you. And it's totally changing that mindset, right? But even as you elevate yourself and elevate your consciousness, you need to elevate also what you're doing. And not just money-wise, but, you know, because we deal with funding, we deal with all these things. It's not just that. It's like in daily life, what kind of person are you? How do you wake up, right? How do you perceive the world? How do you perceive other people? And that is going to really determine, right, a lot of things. And I think that, it's kind of like Psychology 101. And I don't always have time to go into that or to be emotionally engaged in that way. By the time people come to me, it's like, okay, are you ready? Let's get her done. Get her done, And I know that's not PC, but it's the truth. Like, are you ready to execute on whatever it is that we need to do? Whether you're an investor or an innovator, like, are you ready? So this is my getting ready, is being out here and being amongst nature and meeting friendly people on the trail and just loving and living and enjoying life. So make sure you go out there and make sure you laugh today. Make sure you have a moment where you laugh. Watch a comedy or something, okay? Master your mind so that you can master whatever you're doing in life.